Namaste, my friend. Happy Jack here. In this video, you're going to learn how to actually start meditating. So, in creating a consistent practice, no more wishing that you would start, no more wanting, no more saying I should do it, but actually create a consistent, disciplined, enjoyable meditation practice, because this practice will change your life. Really. You've heard it before, and eventually, very soon, I believe that meditation is going to join the practices like brushing your teeth, as in it's a no-brainer, right? Like there's no way you're going to go out and interact with the world and start your day without brushing your teeth. Meditation is just as important. It's taking a moment to pause, to stop. And by the way, it doesn't mean you're stopping your thoughts. Humans have 65,000 thoughts per day. And the crazy thing is, 90% of them are the same as yesterday. We just keep obsessing over the same things over and over. And really, meditation, it brings awareness to the thinking. So when you sit down, and by the way, there's some things you want to do before you sit down to meditate, because I'll share with you, a decade ago when I first started meditating, I would wake up in the morning, my alarm clock would go off at 6 a.m. I'd sit up right in bed, set my timer on my phone for 10 minutes, hit start, and basically I would just fall asleep. And then after 10 minutes, the alarm would go off and I'd bounce back up and start my day. That was not a very effective meditation. So we don't want to meditate laying down. We don't want to meditate leaning up against something in our bed but not properly woken up. You want to take some time to wake yourself up. Drink some warm lemon water. Use the bathroom. Wash your face. If in later times you're going to learn other practices like pranayama and really getting energy flowing before you sit to meditate. But without making it complicated, just do whatever you got to do to wake yourself up so that you are more alert. Now, when you sit to meditate, again, it's not about stopping your thoughts. It's really about observing them, okay? And you'll notice that if you're sitting there and you're, focused on your breath and you see these thoughts happening, you recognize that you are not your thoughts. Right? So I know they're happening. I know you can't stop them, but at least begins to be a separation. There begins to be an awareness of like whatever you are, soul, divine presence, whatever it is, whatever your being is, you can see that you have a body and you have thoughts, but you're not your thoughts. And you can just start to break that identity and give you some freedom from those crazy, obsessive thoughts that show up over and over. Now, 3 simple tips to actually create and enjoy your meditation practice. So first, meditate in the same spot, the same location each day. So rather than, and of course it's nice if you're traveling, if you can meditate in an airplane or an airport, that's awesome. However, as you're building up your practice, just carve out a little small spot somewhere in your house. For me, it's right here in my office. It's not some big elaborate meditation room. Maybe one day, maybe you have that, but I do it in the same place every single day. I've got my blocks, I've got my bolster, I got my mat, and every morning, I get up at 5 a.m. and after my warm water and some pranayama, I'm sitting down and I'm meditating. So that's the first tip, same location. Second tip, same time. Meditate at the same time each day, especially as you're deepening and developing the discipline for this practice. Because if you just say to yourself, you just wake up and say, yeah, I'm gonna meditate today, but then you check your emails and check your social media and you start taking phone calls and work and kids and responsibility, and then all of a sudden at the end of the day you're just like, I'm tired, like I don't have the energy, and so it's not going to happen. At least that's my experience. it's not going to happen. So carve out the time, do it at the same time each day. Eventually you get to meditate twice a day. So I do it once in the morning, right after some waking up, some pranayama practices, some breathing, and then also in the evening. Not right before bed, because right before bed, I'm getting pretty tired, right? It's bedtime. So a couple hours before 7 p.m., an alarm goes off and reminds me, meditate. So whatever I'm doing, if it's a long work day, I pause work. If I'm doing something with family or whatever it is, I pause, come into my space, and meditate. And the third practice is to set a timer, because you don't want to be sitting there and thinking about how you need to, how long has it been? Oh, is it almost time to do this? Are the kids going to be waking up soon? Set the timer so at least then once it's set, you can just sit there, maybe in peace, maybe in busyness. Certainly at the beginning, there can be a lot of busyness, but at least you've got a defined set of time. So that's it, really simple. Meditate in the same location, meditate at the same time each day, and also set a timer. Set a timer so that you don't have to think of it. And if you really want to start bringing awareness and seeing the progression and seeing the patterns and the behaviors that show up and really start to enjoy the breakthroughs, keep a journal. Keep a meditation journal. Just write down, the date, how long you meditated for, a few bullet points, a few sentences of what your experience was, and you're going to really start to notice things. You're going to see patterns, you're going to see behaviors, and in time, you will transform, you will break through, and you will own the identity of being a meditator. It's a game changer. It can transform your life. So find your space, set the time, what time of day you're going to do it, have your timer ready, your journal, and enjoy. Namaste, my friend.